Ziggity zig talking his way to silver, game number 32. Watch the APM go nowheres. Oh, that was only 9 seconds. That's what happens when you use the unit preloader every now and then. This is a game between myself and a Zerg player by the name of Schlei. Schlei? Schlei. We'll go with Schlei. So, I'm trying to do it so that every game, well, not every game, but it just sort of goes in a bit of a rotation of Zerg, and a Terran, and a Protoss, so PvP, PvT, PvZ, because for a while there we had quite a lot of PvPs, just because all I was facing was Protoss, but it got a lot better. So, quick peek, I'm already pretty much doing my thing, get my whatnots out, and I fall immediately behind just based on the fact that I don't quite get right on the mineral collection as fast as I should, but I go and I check, and oh look, I'm going to get lucky going in a clockwise direction. There he goes. Lovely. I've got my hotkeys all set, chronoing my first set of probes, which is nice. That's good. There goes one overlord who's off to scout me in a direction that I am not in, and that was quite a fast expand. See, I thought to myself, when I was playing this game, here's what I saw. As I came up over here and I was having a quick peek and watch this. And I went past and I went, oh, interesting. That's a really fast expand. I mean, that's like a 9 expand? So basically, he's got no workers. He's got no, less income than me just because I'm, pretty much doing my fair standard thing. So I think to myself, alright. With an expansion like that, then why don't I just be a dick and put down an extra gateway and then rally them over here? Honestly, I just thought to myself, what an early expansion. He must have absolutely nothing. And then, okay, there we go. And then finally a spawning pool and 3 more drones. So there you go. Finally sort of catching up to me at the time. But at this point, this is just an excuse for me to work on Zealot Rush. So just decide, alright, let's see what happens if I try to get Zealot Rush into something else. So I'm a bit late on my pylon. Didn't bother with gas because I knew I'd be doing things with my Zealots. So there goes my first, or at least my second pylon. And I'm also having a look here in the middle at the Zelnog tower just to make sure I've sort of got a bit of an idea as to what's going on. So I start just pumping out units, but at the same time I'm back in my base. working on some supply, getting gas because I know this might work, this might not work. The next time I've got some units free, I'm just getting 2 zealots out at a time. So it's basically just kind of a 2-gate pressure. Because I know he's into sort of a macro build, but at the same time, I am pretty much on par with what's happening. So, here comes my dude, and he starts taking down the first spine crawler. Bam! That easy. So, obviously, Schlei probably would have wanted to have a bit more of spine crawler along the front here, but it just didn't seem to be. And then I think he sends them all after me, and I think, oh crap, if I get surrounded, I'm in trouble. So I got really lucky there. I did not plan on leaning close to the hatchery there, but just the fact that the drones could not surround me, that was pretty much what saved my ass right there. So if we actually head back, I'm still making units, and I'm even working on getting cyber core, and I'm even working on yeah, well, I got supply block there, but so down goes this hatchery, pretty much, or at least in a moment, because I am about to get hit up by quite a number of these. And I got pretty lucky here again because I was up against the wall. Now he starts to do, this was really cool. Did you see that? I thought that was a really sweet move. Was instead of engaging me, he waited until the hatchery. I think he did this on purpose. I would like to think that he did this on purpose. If you just back it up for a second there. Have it on everybody, because here they come, and he's got them selected, but then he realizes, oh wait, I'm gonna come bait him up here, and then attack with the broodlings. Look at that. So doing some serious damage, and I finally pretty much get surrounded right then and there. And I'm still up against, I mean, look, the army supply, actually the army supply is still a little bit in my favor. However, I'm slightly outnumbered on the front rankings because I only have a couple of dudes here. They still are trickling in somewhat. I have the gas, but I do not start researching Warp Gate just now, so that's a bit of a macro slip right there. There it goes. Warp Gate started at 629. Meantime, Schlei is getting his units set up at the start. It does make another spine crawler, so only the one spine crawler at the moment. The worker supply is starting to catch up. However, damage has been done. I do have the army advantage at the moment, so can I just decide, you know what, I've pretty much stopped that, but I can probably still do a little bit more damage, so I decide to start, well, you know, being even bigger of a dick. But back at home, I even get my third gateway and my robo facility. So kind of a late 3-gate robo, but at the same time, he wasted a lot of energy and a lot of units. I've put a fair amount of hurt down. I guess I didn't decide to continue on. I was sort of waiting for a few units, and this is the part where I come through. Oh, just getting kind of lucky there. Either that, or I did see him from the side, and I just move back out, and at this point, there we go. 6 zealots are pretty much going to walk in here and have their way with things. Now, for some reason, he still didn't cancel this hatchery. He should have 2, 3, 4 spine crawlers going down right now. This should have been stopped, honestly, because this is kind of a weak push and pressure. 6 zealots. Queen in the spine crawler. 5 zealots. They managed to take down. We had to put 4. Nope, 5. Well, I continue. Now, I guess it was just down to, yeah, Schlei's EPM was a bit low. And that's where that came down to. Now, I'd usually like to just take out this base there, but since there were no drones down there, I finally decided to sort of move in, because, I mean, that's not going to do anything bad to me, aside from the fact that he's got a couple, oh no, those are just drones being made. So then I think then, yep, switched over to the warp gate, so I now have 2 warp gates. Warping things in here at the front, getting an observer for whatever reason, and pretty much polishing this off. Got a few hero zealots left. Have a quick peek. 6 kills, 4 kills, 4 kills, 2 kills. How are these guys doing? There's a few more, and they're doing alright with 1 kill and 2. So pretty much, there's nothing here. Now, look at the ridiculous amounts of resources that I've got back home, mostly because I'm just sort of focusing on this silly attack, and given the fact that there'd be anything that he could do about this, I don't think there is. Here's another spine crawler over here, which is not going to last very long. Let's get it down pretty quick. So this was just me responding to what looked to be a very, very early hatch. A 14 hatch is pretty standard. I also decided, since he's not GGing yet, I'm going to take my observer and go have a look around, which ended up being a very good plan. Because I have all my zealots here, take out the rest of his buildings. I think I take out the gas before moving on, but pretty much as soon as I spot that there's a base being created up here, I move them up. And then I do get another observer out just for peeking around. This one's doing a bit of a flyby, just to have a peek and see what's around. And since I've already noticed that, finally getting some stalkers in. Still not doing much about this. I should be expanding. Definitely should have expanded, as well as a few other things. I don't know what the Immortal's going to do for me, but that is pretty much it. Building another hatchery, but it doesn't last. Gone. Gone. You've got nothing. Gone. Get out. And gone. There. So the only thing that was left was this hatchery. I mean, honestly, as far as units go, he had 4 overlords, and that was it. And some drones. So that was a quick one. Let me know. Too much pressure? Was that more of an all-in? I sort of felt like I was doing some things around the back. Back home at my base, I probably should have. I definitely should have got a second gas. Could have been doing a little bit more here. Should have expanded. Should have had 2 or 3 more gateways up the front. So this would have been my chance to sort of show that I could do macro and pressure all at the same time. But regardless, leave me a comment down below. Send me an email, ziggityzig@gmail.com, or you can follow me on Twitter. Actually, and/or. Should I say and/or? Yeah, switch that up. On Twitter, I'm at ZiggyStarcraft. Check it out. I sometimes say funny things, mostly just sort of update on stuff that doesn't actually matter. Isn't that what Twitter is? Yeah. Anyway, stay tuned.